Okay, this is the tutorial video for Under the Sea. Now we're going to have a look at the strumming, we're going to look at the chords, we're going to look at the order of the piece and how it all fits together. First thing I'm going to say is this is a challenging piece. I'm raising my difficulty scale from 1 to 5 to 1 to 6 with the addition of this piece, because previously Over the Rainbow was my hardest piece on my channel, which I rated as a level 5. But I do feel the chords in this one are even more challenging, so we're going to put this one in as a level 6, and I'm going to say only approach this one once you've got the hang of some of the lower levels. I'd say make sure you're very comfortable on level 3, tackling level 4 and 5 stuff with increasing confidence, and then you can have a look at this one. But don't rush into it, and when you do go for it, don't be put off if you don't get it straight away. There's some challenging stuff on it. But let's not focus too much on that. Let's crack on with it and have a look. So the piece starts off with two very nice chords that are actually quite easy to get our heads around, although they might be new to you, and they are the A and the E7. Let's have a look at those now. So the A is very similar to an F. If I put my fingers on an F and then I just lift my first finger up one string on the first fret, and that becomes an A. So the A is there and there on the first and second fret. Sounds like this. Play me a few A's. Now we're going to go to the E7. E7 is first finger at the top of the first fret, second and third finger on the second fret. Just have another look at that. First, second, third finger there. First, second, third. Okay, that's the E7. Have a look at the diagram on the screen if you're not sure about that. Play along with the E7. Let's put those two together, give me 4 A's and 4 E7s, and see if we can get a bit of a transition going between the two. A, E7, A, E7, A, E7, and back to the A. So you need to be really smooth with that and really confident changing from one to the other. You need to be able to do it without looking, because you're going to have plenty of other things to be looking at. Now let's look at the strumming that goes with those two chords at the beginning of the piece, because most of the strumming is the same throughout the piece, and it's really only at the beginning where there's a bit of variation in the strumming. So we're going to start off with our standard down, down, up, up, down, up on the A. But that's as far as that goes, because then when I change to E7, I change strumming with it. Down, down, up, so it's a short down, down, up. Then when I go back, I'm still on the down, down, up. So there's 3 parts to that. There's the original, down, down, up, down, up. Then I change to E7, down, down, up, change back, down, down, up, and repeat. Have a look at the diagram on the screen now if you're not sure about that. I'll just talk you through it one more time. So it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. A, E7, A, E7, A. And that's common through both of the 2 verses. Also, we use that for our introduction. So that phrase I've just played, A, E7, A, E7, A, that is the introduction. So your introduction is going to sound just like this. The seaweed is always greener than somebody else's lake. And then it goes straight into the verse, and you can see that stays the same. Let's try and sing the first half, the first 4 lines of that first verse with the introduction. See if you can play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is always greener than somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. And then we're going to carry on with the strumming pattern down, down, up, down, up for the rest of the piece. The only time we go back to that combination of strumming patterns is for the beginning of verse 2. So the rest of it is just down, down, up, down, up, which makes it very easy to play the rest of the piece with the strumming. However, the chords are now going to get a lot more challenging. The second half of the verse, we've got the chord pattern D, A, E7, A, and we just do that twice, and that's not too difficult. We do one strumming pattern on each chord, and one of the difficulties of this piece is that you do one strumming pattern and then change chord, and you're constantly changing chords, unlike some pieces where you maybe do the strumming pattern twice and change, and it gives you a bit more time to get your brain in gear. This one you've really got to be on it. So the D, we should know hopefully, second finger across the second fret, but we're not catching that bottom string, it's just the top 3 strings. Should sound like this. So D, A, E7, A, one strumming pattern on each one. Let's try that. D, A, E7, A, try that again. D, A, E7, A, one more time. D, A, E7, A. Let's try and put the second half of the verse together. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Let's try and put the whole first verse together now. So straight in, without the introduction, straight into the first verse. See when we get to the D if you can go the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4. The seaweed is always greener than somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. D, just look at the world around you. 7, right here on the ocean floor. D, such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? And then we get to the chorus. The chorus starts easily, and then it gets much harder. So we start with 3 nice little taps and then a D. Under the sea. Okay, so just nice 3 little taps. Under the sea, and then we're on the D again. Remember our second finger on the 2nd fret. Then we have the A, E7, A, so it's D, A, E7, A. Very similar to the verse we just practiced. Under the sea, under the sea, darling, it's back to the D. Better down where it's E7, where to take it from me. The lovely little cheeky A7 there. If you're not sure on the A7, it's half of your A. Just take your 2nd finger off and leave your 1st finger there, and you get a lovely A7. Just listen to that transition. Take it from me, up on the... So let's just do the first half of that chorus again. Under the sea, under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. A7, up on the D. Sure they work all E7 day, out in the sun they slave away. And that is where it all comes crashing down. We've got an F sharp minor followed by a B7, and that takes a little bit of studying and a little bit of practice. Let's have a look at those right away. So for our F sharp minor and our B7, we need to have a good look at both of those. Imagine starting off with a G7 and a G. There's a G7, 1, 2, 3, and there's a G, 1, 2, 3, G7, G. Now move the whole thing up a string. F sharp minor, B7, F sharp minor, B7. So F sharp minor's 1st finger there, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, F sharp minor, tilt it around, B7, F sharp minor, B7. So let's try and put that together. Give me a single strum on the F sharp minor. And try the B7. So let's do the F sharp minor again. And the B7. Now you need to be able to do a fast strumming pattern on both. Goes one to the other very quickly in the piece. So let's just do a slow strumming pattern on both in a loop and see if we can get our heads around that. Starting on the F sharp minor, down, down, up, B7, devoting full time to floating under the sea. And that takes us to the end of the chorus, or the first chorus. And at the end we have that little link, A, E7A, A, E7A, just like we had at the start of the piece with the introduction. Sing through the chorus one more time together. Under the sea, under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day, out in the sun they slave away, while we devoting full time to floating under the sea. Then you go back to verse 2. Down here all the fish is happy, etc. And then we get to chorus 2. Under the sea, nobody beats us, fry us and eat us, etc. etc. Now that runs exactly the same as the first chorus, except the end, because at the end of chorus 2 we're going to go straight back into chorus 1, just to finish the song off with that final reprise of the first chorus. So at the end of chorus 2, we got no troubles, life is the bubbles under the sea, under the sea. So you can see there's a really short link between the two, and all I did, as soon as I landed on that A, under the sea, I just did one final strum on the A, so it's one strumming pattern with one extra strum on the A, under the sea, under the sea. Then I put the 3 taps back in and go straight back into the second chorus. So that's pretty much the whole song. Short introduction, verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, repeat chorus 1 at the end just to finish the song off nicely. And then as you repeat the final chorus at the very end, you just do that same introduction, A, E7A, A, E7A. And you finish there. And the only thing I would say is, as I said at the beginning, the piece is challenging, it is tricky, but don't give up on it. Just work through it slowly, keep going at it, persevere, and as ever, have fun and good luck. Thank you.